what do you think the region as a whole needs to do to bring success back to it and start taking down other international teams?
It's hard to say for sure. I don't think mechanics or individual talent is even close to the problem.
What's up, y'all? My name is Andre Hopkins, also known as Entre Interview, and today I'm joined here by XLG NoMan after their game today. How are you feeling?
Bit of mixed emotions. Obviously, we came here on a 37-hour flight to win games, but that wasn't the case. But I must say the overall experience has been unreal. Learned a lot and had a lot of fun. So it's a mixed bag.
Yeah, I want to say, right before I even hopped anything about the game, first question, in front of this Chilean crowd, how was it? They were loud the entire event. I mean,
Yeah.
it's...
No, I think... Yeah, sorry, go on.
Oh, I was going to say, it just seems absolutely insane.
I can't put it into words. Like, I've been to plenty of football stadiums, and like this level's still unmatched. The crowd was unreal, and they were still showing us love, even though we were like heavy not favorites here.
Mm-hmm.
They still showed so much love to all the teams, so I'm really grateful for all the fans here. It was unreal.
Yeah, because you said that in the presser about just how loud it is. It's just absurd. I mean, yeah, it seems crazy. So I'll hop into stuff about the game here. So first question, coming into an elimination game at an international, what is the pressure like going into the game? Is there any? Is it a lot?
I don't know for my team, but me personally, I felt much better than the NRG game. Like I just put so much pressure on myself. I wasn't having fun, and I think that showed in my performance against NRG. This game we decided to like just start focusing on us a bit more, and start trying to enjoy the experience that we have around us. And yeah, we lost. I think we got punished for a lot of things we weren't punished in our own region, so it is what it is.
Yeah, just always, learning experience. You can take this, move forward. All right. So. Yeah. G2 came out with that Harbor pick on Abyss. Did that catch you guys off guard at all? And what does Harbor bring to the map of Abyss?
Yeah, it caught us off guard. But that's what you're ready for everything. Like we've played against Harbor like other times in scrims, but I was a little bit surprised when I first encountered it in the game, because I remember trying to dash into A Heaven, and then I got insta slowed through the wall. And that's just something like I just didn't have the reps against Harbor, and it's just not something we prepared for. So obviously very smart by them to whip that out and trying to like anti us with that. But yeah, we've played against it before, but it was tougher on the day to like hard read it, I'd say.
Okay, yeah, because I've talked to some other people, and they've said before that when you go into a comp that's not usually meta, it's hard because you never scrimmed against it. Is that pretty accurate for this Harbor?
For this new Harbor, I would say so. We played against Harbor numerous times on Abyss, but like as of recently, no one like in the last like 2-3 months has been running Harbor, so it was a shock. Like probably today more than any day.
Okay, yeah. So going into map 2, Coach Hvoya said he wanted to see more aggression and more risk taking in map 2. Do you think you guys accomplished that on Haven?
I think they just punished us really early on, and it kind of set the tone for the map. We tried. Like that's all we can say. Maybe we got out finessed by their comp again. So I couldn't say for sure what happened. Like we tried to be aggressive, we tried to do our game plan, but at the end of the day, it didn't work out. I need to watch back and give you like a complete answer, but that's all I have for now, to be fair.
Okay. So going into that Haven, G2 plays that off-meta Phoenix Yoru comp. What goes into the game planning and just with a really weird off-the-wall comp like that?
Yeah, I think Paper X runs something similar. I'm not entirely sure, but I remember we scrimmed against them, against that chamber pick as well. So I understood like the philosophy of the pick and why it's chosen, as well as like anti-stratting them. So we understood it, but again, it's different when you watch versus when you're playing. So I think that's the biggest factor against that comp.
Okay, yeah. Just only so much you can get from FOD reviewing versus actually scrimming in the actual server against it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what does the team as a whole, and also your personal answer, look to improve on and change going to stage 1 China to try to take that trophy and get momentum going to Masters London?
Yeah, I touched on it a bit before. I think we got punished for things we just didn't get punished for in our own region. These kind of reactions, these kind of split split second decisions that we just like they are more prepared for. Maybe they're more experienced to do. So all these reactions, like it's typical for a game at the start of the round to be like 4v4, 3v3, advantages, disadvantages. But I think their reactions were a lot stronger than ours this game. Same as NRG. So that's something we can kind of build on. We know exactly, like we can pinpoint what our kind of weakness is. So we can bring that into stage 1 for sure.
How much does being at these international tournaments, being able to play teams from outside your region, help for a team's development?
Yeah, I think it's like there's nothing you can do if you don't attend these events that can even like mirror or match up to the experience you get from attending. So I would say it's like I can't put into words, like everything we learned here will be so important for stage 1.
Okay, yeah, just being at these kind of big tournaments, is there any, like I said, about like the whole pressure factor playing against a team from another region, knowing that, especially coming to the Americas region, a team like NRG and G2 were being cheered for? Does the crowd, not it's particularly being against you, but being so for their team, does that add any pressure?
The crowd's an aspect for sure. But I would say it's always easier to be the underdog because you don't feel that extra level of pressure when you start losing rounds. But like I'll mention it multiple times, like this crowd changes the game, like it genuinely does, and you feel maybe like a sense of urgency maybe in certain rounds and stuff like that. So it's a game changer, and I think this experience will teach us so much.
Okay, yeah. And then stepping away from the game, a few more questions here. Playing with this team, with Happywei playing at the level he was in China and at this tournament, and a player like Rarga, who's always been an insane duelist, and the rest of the team, WS, Leo, Lysoar, what is playing with this team like, and just how does it feel?
Yeah, it relieves a lot of the pressure on myself, and it almost benefits the team when you know you have a level of caliber of like aim, just raw talent. It enables me personally to focus less on my individual and just more on the team. So I'm able to feel like if I chuck my body in, if I force a trade 4v4, I still feel so confident we can win rounds. And that kind of, you don't really get that if you have a similar caliber of players, like a bit lower tier. But just because we have like insane talent, I just feel so comfortable trading myself out and like throwing my body in there. Or if I'm gonna flash agent, just flashing for these guys and like being so selfless because you just have such quality players.
Okay. Does Lysoar, as a veteran that from that Wolves run last year in Toronto, does he bring anything extra to these international tournaments?
I would say not just the internationals, but his energy. It's something like I was kind of solo in that department, I would say, last year. But he brings that level of energy that it's like so easy to match. And when the team's feeling low, it's not just me who has to bring it up. It's like me and Lysoar can bring the whole team up together. Mm-hmm. So that level of energy and like confidence he brings, it's really important.
It's always fun seeing players standing up, pointing across stage. When you on that first round, Haven, you got the 3K, you stood up. That was funny. So last question here. This one's pretty long-winded, so I apologize. So if you see me to repeat it, feel free. So Since EDG won Champs 2024, China has struggled to win internationally and hasn't seen another trophy. Outside of that run for Wolves at Toronto, what do you think the region as a whole needs to do to bring success back to it and start taking down other international teams?
It's hard to say for sure. I don't think mechanics or individual talent is even close to the problem. I think it does come to some form of team synergy, some form of tactical nuance. I think that's probably the biggest factor. And again, why I touched on it before, but the reactions from these international teams that attend these events, it's totally different to what you experience in China. So it's kind of an experience thing, which only can improve China over time. But I think the biggest thing right now is just to push the Chinese players to have confidence when they come to these international events and let their individual talent shine. It's probably the most important.
Okay, yeah, that definitely makes sense. Just, whole different ball game entirely. Okay, that'll be all I have for you today. Thank you very much, and good luck in stage 1.
Thank you so much, man. Cheers.